My professor failed me because I yawned during one of his lectures. Last semester, I had a professor fail me in a class because I disrespected him by yawning during a lecture. As a broke college student, I had to work while going to school to pay tuition. One night, I got stuck working a closing shift until 2 a.m. when I had class the next morning at 7. Obviously, I was exhausted when I showed up and could barely keep my eyes open during the lecture. At one point, while the professor was writing some notes, my body instinctively let out a yawn. This professor must have had extremely sensitive hearing because he immediately stopped writing and spun around. "Who was that?" he screamed. "Who thinks it's okay to disrespect me while I'm giving my time to teach you? I don't have to be here. It is a privilege for you to have me." I stayed quiet out of fear and confusion, but the kids next to me turning to look in my direction said enough. The professor asked me to stay after class, so I explained my situation, expecting him to be understanding. His only response was, "So I guess my class isn't that important to you. Good luck." I didn't think anything of that exchange at first. I did, however, show up to every single lecture with only a few hours of sleep and an energy drink. I knew it was a hard class, so between work and my other classes, I used the little free time I had to study. And by some miracle, I made it to the final with a B-. Leading up to the final, I spent several hours a day studying, and come the day of the test, I was sure I would pass. It was 50 multiple-choice questions, and I was one of the first people to turn it in. I knew I had gotten at least a passing grade, and maybe even better. But a few days later, he posted the grades, and I nearly had a heart attack when I saw that I got a 20%, dropping my grade to an F. I immediately called my friend who was in the class and compared our tests. I was relieved to see that there must have been some kind of mistake since I had most of the same answers as him, and he got an 87%. I immediately went to my professor's office and showed him my evidence. All he said was, "What do you want me to do about that?" I told him, "This needs to be fixed. I should be passing with a B, not failing." He just gave me a smug look, let out the most sarcastic yawn possible, and said, "I don't know. I think I'm a little too busy for that." Then kicked me out of his office. Now I'm sitting here with a tanked GPA, a delayed graduation, and the small amount of scholarship money that I needed to pay for school has just been cut off since I no longer meet the minimum requirement. I don't know what to do.